Are you ready for a story? Great! Let's get nice and comfy, because today we're going to hear all about a little tiny thing that caused a great big adventure, the bean seed. So, once upon a time in a bright and sunny farmyard, there lived two best friends. There was a big rooster with a super colorful tail and a sweet little hen who was always by his side. They loved spending their days together looking for yummy things to eat. Well, one sunny afternoon, the rooster spotted it. The most perfect, the most delicious-looking bean seed he had ever seen. He was so excited, he just gobbled it right up. But what do you think happened next? Oh no! That yummy bean seed got a little bit stuck. It didn't hurt him, but it wiggled and tickled his throat so much that he couldn't make a sound. He opened his beak to do his big morning crow, but guess what? Nothing came out. Not even a tiny cock-a-doodle-doo. But his best friend, the little hen, saw that he was in trouble. She knew she had to do something right away. And this, my friends, is where our hero's big adventure really gets started. She had a super smart idea. Water, she thought. A little drink of water will help that bean seed slide right down. So the brave little hen ran as fast as her little legs could possibly go, right down to the shiny, sparkly river. But the river, it had a little request. It bubbled and whispered, "Of course I'll give you some water, little hen, but first, could you please bring me a beautiful green leaf from that tall linden tree over there?" And you know what? That was just the beginning. The little hen was about to go on a big, long journey of asking for help, all for her friend. It was like a giant scavenger hunt. So, with no time to waste, she zipped right over to the big linden tree. "Oh, please, kind tree," she chirped. "Can I have just one leaf for the river? The river needs a leaf to give me water for my best friend, the rooster." Well, it seems everyone needed something today. The linden tree rustled its leaves gently and said, "I would love to help, little hen, but first, could you bring me a nice piece of thread from the girl who was sewing nearby?" Oh my goodness, this list just kept getting longer and longer. The hen ran to the girl, but the girl needed a comb. So the hen ran to the people who make combs, but they were hungry and wanted some warm bread. So she ran to the bakers, and they needed firewood for their oven. Phew, what a busy day for one little hen. Now, just when it seemed like her list would never end, something really wonderful started to happen. Everybody saw how hard she was working to help her friend, and they all decided to help her back. Way out in the woods, she found some very kind woodcutters, and when they heard her story, they didn't ask for a thing. They just smiled and gave her a nice bundle of firewood. The first piece of the puzzle was solved. Hooray! She zoomed back to the bakers with the wood. They were so happy. They started up their oven and gave her a warm, wonderful-smelling loaf of bread. And then she took that yummy bread to the comb makers. They had a delicious snack and gave her a shiny new comb. Next up was the girl. The hen gave her the new comb, and the girl was so pleased she gave the hen a long, silky piece of thread. We're getting so close now. She ran to the linden tree with the thread in her beak. The tree was delighted and dropped down the prettiest green leaf you've ever seen. And at last, she took the leaf to the river. The river swirled with joy and gave the hen a beak full of cool, clear water. She did it! The whole long list was finished. Holding the water very, very carefully, the little hen ran faster than she had ever run in her whole life. It was finally time to help her friend. She got back to the farmyard where her friend the rooster was waiting. He took a big, long drink of that wonderful, cool water. And with that one little sip, pop, that tricky bean seed slid right down. Just like that, the rooster was all better. And what was the very first thing he did? He took a giant breath, puffed out his chest, and let out the biggest, the loudest, the happiest cock-a-doodle-doo you have ever heard. So, what did we learn from our little hen's adventure? We learned how to be a really great friend. First, always keep an eye out and notice when your friends need some help. Second, don't give up, even if things get a little hard. And third, always remember that when we all help each other, we can do anything. That's for sure.